Could I please have everyone rise for the presentation of the colors?
Present arms.
Now, if you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Post. Colors.
Please take a seat. Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to our promotional and lateral ceremony this evening. We'll start off with Chief Dominic Burchett.
Thank you all for coming. This is the fullest this room has been in a long time. So hopefully I can talk loud enough. I tend to be a little bit quiet, but that is awesome to speak over. I'm used to that at home. So we're here to celebrate the promotion and swearing in for 9 individuals. They're exciting time for us and you and the families here with us. The ones getting promoted have all worked very hard and have sacrificed a lot. So I want to thank you for putting yourselves out there and being ready to take that next step. And I also want to thank the family for their support as they've gone through those stressful times. And I know that sacrifice was worth it because here we are celebrating your success. For the 2 lateral paramedics, James, where are you, James and Cole? Thank you guys for having the faith in leaving where you were comfortable to come here. I hope that you've already experienced what a great place it is to work, and I hope you feel like you made the right choice because I know you have. So thank you. So I want to talk briefly about each position and what they mean to the service that we provide. For our paramedics, James and Cole, and then there's Richard. Any other paramedics? Okay. 80% of the calls we run are for paramedic service or medical nature. So this means you'll be responding to and managing the majority of our 3,500 calls annually. It's your job to be proficient in everything from a stub toe to a major heart attack. You never know what to expect when the alarm sounds, and you must be skilled in all of those areas. You've got to be able to manage your team of EMTs because they're looking at you to be the subject matter experts. You can truly make a difference in people's lives with the actions that you take. So don't take this responsibility lightly. Always be ready for the what ifs and the calls that you may only see once in your career. So you have to be lifelong students and always be looking to improve your skills. Our customers expect and deserve that level of service, and I'm confident that you can deliver it. For our staff captain, Adam Park. So Adam's a paramedic and he's being promoted to a staff captain position. You have a big job, Adam. And I'm sure you probably didn't know that when you were applying for it, but you probably know it now. Adam is our facilities manager, and he is tasked with the responsibility of managing all of our real estate. That's all of our fire stations, our training center, and our logistics center. So you're going to be heavily involved in the new construction of our 4 stations, every capital repair, and every leaking faucet. So good luck. It's a busy job, but with your background in construction and the time that you spent in the fire stations, I'm really excited to see where you take this position. We have 3 station captains. Captain Coble, I feel like I just swore you out not very long ago.
Yes, sir.
Captain Carpenter and Captain Pate. The captain's test is no easy task. I'm sure you and your families know. It requires a ton of work and a ton of reading and preparation getting ready. And it's stressful for your families. So again, thank you for your families for that support. But you guys did the hard work and you ended up on the top of the list. So congratulations. Our station captains are responsible for the safety and well-being of our crews, the upkeep of the stations, the apparatus, and the mentorship of our up-and-coming leaders. To me, the station captain has the most influence on the success of our fire department. Well-led stations make for a well-led department. No pressure. Coble, I saw you kind of wincing there a little bit, but our future is in your hands. Lead your crews, hold them accountable, look out for their well-being, and give our communities what they deserve. We have a division chief, Captain Greensides, Chief Greensides, excuse me. He is the division chief over our logistics section. Our logistics division provides almost all of the support needed so our guys can run the crew or the calls. Their success is not possible without you. So logistics is responsible for all of our facilities, all of our apparatus, and all the things we need to provide that service. It's a monumental task, and you better stay on budget. But this, Mike, is typically a thankless job. You'll rarely hear thank you. And when things are running smoothly, it's quiet. You hear when the crews run out of toilet paper, saline flushes, and Roundup. So keep that in mind as you're working through this. The less you hear, the better. But you have a group of people around you, Adam included, that want you to succeed. So all of these positions are critical to the success of our organization and our ability to accomplish our mission. What is common about them is my expectations for you as the fire chief. I want you to look out for your people, find and train your replacement, strive for excellence, and make life better for those that we serve. So again, thank you for your willingness to put yourself out there, and thank you for leaving your wake. I'm inspired by each of you, and I'm grateful to be your fire chief. So next, we're going to have speakers talk on behalf of each person. We're going to start with Chief Watkins for the 2 lateral paramedics, and then we'll swear those 2 in. and then go down the list. Chief Watkins.
So as usual, I get pretty excited when I see a room full of great people. As I was sitting in a room doing a Zoom, I noticed people traveling by the room, and I could see all these heavy hitters throughout my career who are going to be captains today, who have had their hand in my life and their hand in the community, serving with a great attitude and intent to do a great job. So I'm absolutely stoked for that. It's almost hard for me to contain some of that passion inside of me. So as part of my perspective and my worldview, I got to see two wonderful lateral hires come to Unified Fire Authority, James Eck and Cole Taylor. So came from different states, got their experience elsewhere, and came to this organization to support us in our mission. One thing that I really enjoy as a firefighter, we get to serve the community at different hours of the day, right? I have an intimate knowledge of what this valley looks like at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, as a lot of the firefighters do in here. And Cole and James are going to have that same wonderful experience to see how our communities feel at night, to see how feel the pulse of those communities. And this community is going to be their community as it is right now with serving the community, because they've already worked a few operational shifts. I'm excited to see their badges get pinned tonight. I'm excited to look at their beautiful families as I've got to know them over the last month of the orientation. Two stories I'll share with you. Cole looked at me the other day and he said, "It's a little weird that you're so nice to me." And I'm like, "Do you want me to be different?" Because I could play that game too. But they deserve the absolute utmost respect as they've earned their badge, and we're fortunate enough to have them. Another experience, we were having a live fire session for Valley agencies. So not only Unified Fire Authority and a bunch of different agencies. And there was a safety issue that came out that firefighters weren't finding the fire, and it started getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And one of these wonderful lateral paramedics came to me and said, "Hey, I'm seeing something that needs to be improved." I listened to him, right? That respect and that capability is already there. And they're coming into this organization to support this mission with that capability there. So sincerely, to Cole and James and your families, your support systems, thank you for being part of this team.
Okay, James and Cole, if you want to come up. So stand over, there's blue dots for you. Yeah. Okay, you have been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a firefighter paramedic for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, James Eck,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision, mission, values, and policies
that I will uphold the vision, mission, and
value, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities in which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while faithfully,
while faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically
and ethically
perform the duties of firefighter paramedic with Unified Fire Authority.
perform the duties of firefighter
as a
paramedic.
paramedic with
Unified Fire Authority.
They're nervous. Okay, you're sworn in. So bring your families up and we'll pin your badges on. So we'll do one at a time so you can get pictures. And then you're gonna do. Just jam it in there, real.
Jam it right now. Can I do it right now?
Yeah, jam it in there.
My motion, sorry.
Okay, and then you two have a paper to sign. Thank you. So next, we're going to have Chief Torgerson speak on Richard McCarter's behalf. Chief Torgerson.
Good evening. I'm Jay Torgerson. I'm the EMS Division Chief, and it's a pleasure to stand before you all tonight to talk about Richard a little bit and about the paramedic program. I am partial to medical. Sam, stay in your seat. And as I look out among you all, there's several of you that I know are also partial to the job that we do as paramedics. I've sat next to many of you. I've knelt in living rooms next to many of you. And I have memories that I'll never forget along with you. So a great job. Like Chief Burchett said, we respond on about 35,000 calls a year. 80% of those are medical calls. And a lot of those calls are on someone's worst day of their life. Richard, you have the opportunity to make a difference. And you've spent a lot of time preparing for this point in your career. It takes a couple of years to get to the point where you're finished with medic school and you're riding in the seat as a paramedic. It takes about a year to do the prerequisites to go to medic school, and you attend about 1,400 hours of classroom and clinicals by the time you're finished with medic school. So it's a lot of time. That doesn't even count the amount of time that they take to teach you to walk on water. Richard was in a class of 2. And we are grateful for any of our employees that make the decision to go to paramedic school. We checked in with Richard and Ben Biesinger once a week to see how things were going. And Richard and Ben both always had smiles on their faces through those challenging times. Richard would always have a kid on his knee as we were doing our Zoom meetings. It was after he had spent the entire day in school and prior to spending the evening studying, a child on his knee, bouncing them, feeding them dinner for probably the short amount of time that he could spend with his family until he had to get back to his studies. So it's a huge commitment for these folks to go through school and to get to the point that Richard is today. During his paramedic time, Richard spent time in the labor and delivery, learning about delivery and childbirth, and had the opportunity to help deliver 9 babies in that time. Towards the end of his process, he had the opportunity to deliver his own little baby, and now has a 2-month little girl. So to have the challenge of school on top of going to school with 2 young kids and a wife who's going through pregnancy, which is a difficult time in and of itself, it's a huge accomplishment, Richard. So good job. I will just say that you have the sacred opportunity of being with people when they're taking their last breath, sometimes balanced occasionally with those taking their first breath. So take that seriously, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jay. Richard. So this is another firefighter paramedic, but we decided to swear them in differently because they had different experiences. So Richard was an EMT and went through paramedic school while working, and then James and Cole were lateral transfers. So just wanted to highlight a little bit of difference, even though this is going to sound very similar. Are you ready? Ready. Okay. You have been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a firefighter paramedic for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Perfect. I state your name.
I, Richard McCarter,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
that I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values and policies adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of paramedic with Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of paramedic with Unified Fire Authority.
You are now duly affirmed.
Thanks, Chief.
I took it easy on him by himself. Richard, you need to sign a paper still. Okay, next is our staff captain promotion, and Chief Robinson will speak on Adam Park's behalf.
Thanks, Chief. My name's Zach Robinson. I'm Assistant Chief of Support Services for Unified Fire Authority. I get the honor of, I guess, presenting one of the best guys, in my opinion, in this department. His name is Adam Park. He was the individual selected for our role as facility manager, and I'm excited to work with him as he takes on that role in the future. Some facts on Adam. So he's been with the department for 13 years. In that time, he served as firefighter, paramedic, and now this opportunity as staff captain. Even before then, for a few years, Adam filled the role of a paid-call firefighter out in Harriman. And that kind of brings me to the fact that being from Harriman, well, disregard that. Adam's from a firefighter family. And his dad, in particular, retired here as an assistant chief. I don't believe he's here today, is he? Good, because I'm still scared of him. Anybody who knows him, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you would have never known that Adam came from a firefighter family. He's the most unassuming, humble, hardest working firefighter you'll ever meet. And everything he's ever done here, he's earned entirely on his own. I had the opportunity to work with Adam for a few years at Station 109, where I got to be his captain as he was a paramedic. I learned a few things about him out there. He makes my favorite meal. It's as simple, as fancy as most firefighters cook. His hamburger was the best meal ever for me in the fire station. I loved it. You can make it right now. I'm there. No questions asked. It was the best. And we had some great meals around that table too. We played a game at our station. It was called Pong for Pain. It was more of a physical fitness kind of thing, where every time you mishit a ball, you had to go off and exercise. I learned that Adam's ping pong skills were questionable, or he really loved doing push-ups. I'm not sure which, but he got in great shape over there. We'll put it that way. And the other thing I learned is Adam's just an all-around great guy. If you need something done, he's the guy. He's the person to pick. He'll get it done, and it'll happen right now. It'll happen right. It'll happen the first time. I can't think of anybody better suited for this position than Adam, and I'm excited as he takes on this new role and see where he takes it.
Ready? Ready. Okay. You have been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a staff captain for the Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service the UFA provides to the citizens that we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Adam Park,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by the Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities
I will act for the good of the communities
of which I serve.
of which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
while I faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of Staff Captain with Unified Fire
the
Authority.
duties of staff captain for Unified Fire Authority.
You are now duly affirmed as a Staff Captain.
Thank you.
Adam, you better keep that paramedic badge just in case. So the next up, we have 3 captains being promoted. The first one is Jesse Carpenter, and Mike DeGaring is going to speak on his behalf. Following that will be Sean Garrett speaking on behalf of Chad Pate. And last will be Andrew Davis speaking on behalf of Jason Coble, and then I'll swear all 3 of them in at the same time. So Mike DeGaring.
Very honored to be here to speak on behalf of Jesse. Me and my wife just celebrated our 15-year anniversary, and I've known Jesse for just a little over 12 years. And the time I've spent with him, working in the Wildland Division, my time with him is here. My wife, I think we're almost caught up to spending as much time together as I did with Jesse out there working. So I've had a lot of good opportunities to work with Jesse, get to know Jesse. He's a man of integrity, a man of honor. He's a family man. And I can't think of a better person to be a leader for this department. Jesse is sitting next to him, talk to him, and we've talked about work stuff, family stuff, all sorts of things. And every time, he never ceases to amaze me about the wisdom he has and the insight he has. And he helped me see a lot of things in a different light and a different way to help me become a better person. And he's definitely been a mentor to me, working towards becoming a captain for the department as well. And whoever he gets the opportunity to work with, he's going to make them better. He's going to make them stronger. And he's just going to make them better people overall. So when it comes to Jesse Carpenter, if you don't know him, get to know him because he's a good man. So Jesse, congratulations. You're going to do an amazing job, and I'm excited for you and your family. And we'll see you around, and there'll always be some good memories out there. You know, walking around on the mountain, but we're going to have a lot of good memories here working in the station. So congratulations to you.
Well, hi, I'm Sean Garrett. Chad asked me to speak for him today. Before I start, I want to say I'm how proud of Coble, Jesse. I'm proud of you guys. Chad, I'm proud of you as well. Dan's not here. This whole process for a lot of us that are in the back of the room, this captain's process, it's a lot like March Madness in the department. You get a lot of people that are, trying to figure out picking their teams, and today makes it feel for a lot of us that our team's won for sure. You guys are awesome dudes. You're going to do some good things, and I'm super proud of you. Now on to the roast of Chad Pate. So he called me, and I was super excited when I found out he placed where he did on the captain's list. And it was as much of a win for me as it was him. These guys put a lot of hard work into preparing to do the job, preparing to go through the process. And he called me the other day, and I figured it was because it was after his interview and he got told that, he was a captain. And then he asked me if I'd speak. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, you poor dummy. You've been a captain 2 minutes. Well, might as well get your first poor decision out of the way. So, but it's funny. I've known him a long time, and as much as we've worked together, we really never did find ourselves in the same crew, but we did work a whole bunch together until a couple years ago, and he was part of the crew out of fire training, and we spent time with Camp 5-3 and Camp 5-4. He put a lot of hours in. It's a 16-week program. It's pretty impressive to watch him work. He's a stellar classroom and fire ground instructor. His pride and passion for the job is almost unparalleled. He cares about what he does. He cares about the people that he does it with. He's shown a lot of these new firefighters a lot of really cool things. And it's not just about doing the job. There's a lot of traditional things. He has the firefighters in his station as a mentor and as a coach. And when they have their first house fire, they have their whatever it is, he's always one of the first people to call them up, take them out for drinks or a glass of milk, depending on who it is and how old they are. But he really does show these guys how to do the job and how to do it the right way. And he's going to lead from the front. He's not afraid to be aggressive, not afraid to learn new things. He's very innovative in how our fire service is changing and how we continue to change the things that we need to do to serve the community. I'm super proud of you, buddy. So a huge honor for me to speak on your behalf, and go do good things, man.
My name is Andrew Davis, captain here, new captain, and I'm just really thrilled to be able to speak for and introduce Jason Coble. In this job, there are certain people that we develop relationships with a lot of different people, and those relationships vary. And every once in a while, there's people who really kind of make an impact on your life. And when Jason asked me to speak, he said, we're supposed to find somebody who's kind of a mentor to us. And it just didn't ring true because Jason, you've always been a mentor to me. We were partners, and Jason was a seasoned veteran paramedic, and I was still newer. And I've relied on Jason. I've relied on you for a lot, and not only at work, but as just a mentor in my life. And so this is a really great honor. I kind of want to direct some of my comments to Jason's family. Maggie and Calvin are here. Some of the others weren't able to make it. I've known you guys since you were young and younger. And sometimes we don't combine work and home very well, and it's difficult for our families to really know who we are at work. And so I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about your dad. He is a smart, capable, professional firefighter and paramedic. In my time working with him, he was always compassionate and kind to not only those he worked with, but the people who are patients. And he always was very respectful of people, even when they were frustrating at times. And that was something that I always really tried to emulate. But even more importantly than that, and I know you guys know this, but sometimes as children, we see our parents in a different light. But he's a truly great man, and he is an example to me and to many others because he's kind and he's honest and he has integrity. And that is the most important thing that I think you can have in this job and in other walks of life. Jason, I know that you're nervous for this, and trust me, I know, because I was really nervous. And all I can say is just continue to be the strong person that you are, and you're going to be successful. Melanie, you've been a great. Sorry, knowing Jason for a long time before you, and then seeing the changes that you've helped inspire in him has been inspirational. And thank you for everything you've done for him. I'm sorry. I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you. You can call me anytime, and I will be calling you. And I look forward to great things, and I'm glad to have you back. So.
Okay, come on up. Perfect. You have been chosen by virtue of your background training and personal qualities to be a captain for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service that UFA provides to the citizens we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jason Colbert,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision, mission, values, and policies
that I will uphold the mission, vision, values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will act for the good of the communities of which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully, honestly, and ethically perform
while I faithfully, honestly, and ethically perform
the duties of captain with Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of captain with Unified Fire Authority.
You are now duly affirmed as captains for Unified Fire Authority.
Thank you.
Okay. Should we go youngest to oldest or tallest to shortest?
I think I lose both
Let's go
ways.
Coble first. Let's go Coble first.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on. Come on.
Okay, Chad. And Jesse. Okay, and last and certainly not least, it'll be almost Chief Greenside, and Captain or Chief Robinson is going to speak on his behalf again.
Almost. So I'm back. I'm pretty sure Mike and Adam colluded to get me up here twice. We'll have to talk about this afterwards, my love of public speaking. So I am happy to have the opportunity to introduce Mike Greensides. Mike's been one of my good friends for a long time. In fact, I've known Mike from day one in my career here, literally day one. We've worked side by side. So just some facts about Mike. He's been here on the department for 24 years plus, where he served as a wildland firefighter, paramedic, captain, and then several years as our safety officer. Mike's also served in our urban search and rescue team for many, many years as a logistics specialist and more recently as a logistics manager. In his time there, he's had the opportunity to respond to several national disasters as part of that as a team member. A couple of those include the response to the World Trade Center, as well as Hurricane Katrina, where Mike spent just over a month assisting with efforts in New Orleans and Mississippi both. Mike and I, like I mentioned, we grew up in this fire department together. I learned a lot of things about him on the way. A lot of them are inappropriate for this forum. They're small kids. Things we can't talk about. But some of the highlights is Mike's got just a great sense of humor. He's always fun to be around. We've had a blast together all these years that I've known him. Another thing about Mike is he is an absolute encyclopedia of every fact and figure you'll ever want to know. And knowing him for as long as I have, well before Google ever came around, we always had Mike. We just asked Mike, and he knew. It's ridiculous. Think of something, ask him. He'll have an answer for you. I guarantee you. Another thing about Mike is he's not as smart as he is. He's not great with maps and directions. I've found. You don't get nicknamed Rand McNally because you're really good at reading a map. So we've had some fun with him in that. And another thing about Mike is I would trust Mike with absolutely anything. He's just that person that if you need it, if you need a person to be there, he's the guy to go to. I would trust him with any family member, with myself, anything, anywhere, anytime. He's the guy. I consider myself to be very lucky to have all the years that I've been able to know Mike and work with him. And I very much look forward to him filling this role and having the opportunity to continue to work closely with him as he moves forward in this role of division chief.
Assume the dot. Okay.
There it is. Mike, you've been chosen by virtue of your background, training, and personal qualities to be a division chief for Unified Fire Authority. Your behaviors, decisions, and actions while on and off duty directly reflect the image of Unified Fire Authority, its personnel, and the quality of service Unified Fire Authority provides to the citizens that we serve. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael Greensides,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will uphold the vision,
that I will uphold the vision,
mission,
mission,
values, and policies
values, and policies
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
adopted by Unified Fire Authority.
I will act for the good of the communities
I will act for the good of the communities
of which I serve.
of which I serve.
I will strive for excellence
I will strive for excellence
while I faithfully,
while faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and ethically perform
and ethically perform
the duties of Division Chief with Unified Fire Authority.
the duties of Division Chief for Unified Fire Authority.
You are now duly affirmed as a Division Chief.
Thank you. My daughter's going to do the pinning.
Okay, we didn't forget anybody, did we? Okay, good. That is the end of the ceremony. We do have light refreshments in the back. And if you want to take a picture with your family, Courtney is here to do that. Again, I just want to say I'm very proud and grateful that you guys are taking the next step. And I'm looking forward to our future. So thank you for coming and enjoy the mingling. Thank you.